Hi, my name is Matthew Sullivan. I'm a Zen master in the Korean Zen tradition, and this is the second video that I'm recording for the meditation circle at Sana Yoga as part of a response to the COVID crisis. The crisis that we are living in has given you an amazing power. It's a psychic power. You now have the gift of telepathy. Every time you see someone, whether you see them in your house, on the street, on Zoom, from 2 meters away in the park, there's an excellent chance that you will be able to look into their mind and know exactly what they are thinking. You know exactly what they're thinking because it's the same thing that you're thinking. And it's the same thing that everyone else is thinking. They're thinking about COVID. They are scared and uncertain and anxious and annoyed, just like you are scared and uncertain and anxious and annoyed. I am also scared and uncertain and anxious and annoyed. So I don't want to be a Pollyanna about the situation that we're all in. However, I think that the psychic power that we've all acquired is quite precious. It unites the whole world in a circle of empathy. It is a great empathy. And great empathy is very hard to come by. I know meditators who have gone on retreat for months or years just to try and build up a sense of great empathy through meditation. But now we all have the opportunity to generate this great empathy almost immediately. It's sitting there like a fresh muffin on the counter. You just have to reach out for it. Ow! The muffin is hot. The muffin is still quite hot, and you will probably burn the roof of your mouth if you try and take a bite into it. But that's okay too. We are all in this kitchen together. There's a story about Zen Master Tanjo that I have been thinking about a lot these days. He lived about 1200 years ago in China. And during his life, he was famous for his excellent disposition. He never complained, and he was known to cry out every day, "I feel great! I feel great!" During his lifetime, there was a lot of persecution of Buddhism and in China, and Zen Master Tanjo suffered through that, but he still kept crying, "I feel great!" He was thrown into a river once as punishment. And as he was bobbing along the surface, his followers could hear him cry out, "I feel great!" But then, as an old man, he got sick, and he was confined to his bed, and he knew he was dying. And as he was dying, he started crying out, "So painful, so painful." Even worse, he started calling out for things that were normally forbidden to monks. He started yelling, "Bring me wine to drink. Bring me meat to eat." And finally, his temple proctor said to him, "Reverend, all your life you shouted out about how good you felt. You were even thrown into a river, and you never complained. You didn't even moan. But now you keep crying about how much pain you're in. Why?" And Master Tanjo replied, "Well, was I right back then? Or am I right now? Speak!" The proctor was speechless. He had nothing to say. And the master pushed away his pillow, and then he died. And that's the story. There's a profound meaning buried in that story, I think, but I'm not sure what it is, because I am not that smart. I have a simplistic mind, and so I like this story because on the surface it has a very simple message. It's a message that is so simple and obvious that it is easy to miss. When Tenjo was feeling good, he was okay with expressing how good he felt. And when he was on the verge of death and he felt terrible, he was okay with expressing misery. He was in a scary, painful situation, and it's natural to respond with anxiety. He was right when he shouted, "I feel great!" And he was not wrong when he cried out, "So painful!" There is a persistent myth about meditation that somehow it's supposed to make you invulnerable to pain. If you're a good meditator or a good yogi, you are supposed to be beyond human emotions. You are as serene as a Buddha statue. This, of course, is horseradish. Meditation isn't about ignoring your feelings or obliterating your feelings or even about transcending your feelings. Rather, as we discussed in my first video, meditation is the gentle process of watching thoughts arise in your mind and then watching them depart again. That practice doesn't make you hard like a statue. It makes you supple and responsive, like a sapling clinging to the side of a bluff. Zen Master Tanjo's lesson is that when confronted by pain, you can give yourself permission to feel that pain and to express that pain. Not only is there no shame in expressing anxiety, especially in these very difficult days, but your pain is precious. It is the gateway to compassion. If you are spacious and accepting of your own pain, you will be better at dealing with the pain of all those around you. And as we discussed at the very beginning, everyone is feeling pain. And if you don't judge yourself for the way that you're reacting to your pain, you're much less likely to judge those around you who are also struggling. If you do this, you are using your own anxiety to tap into the great empathy. You are taking your place in the world circle and you are feeling what everyone else is feeling. This won't necessarily make your own pain go away or vanish, but it will help you to help those around you. And that is a great step. So thank you for listening, and I hope that you are well.